Hey everyone, how are you doing? It's time for another day of chess. That's what's going on. How's everyone doing? Did something happen this week? Zoe, hello. Weber, Kaza, Chris, nice to meet you. And Boots. And the professor joining us in Chess 24 chat as well. Kaza, unfortunately, as part of my Chess 24 agreement, I'm only doing games against Chess 24 premium members. Oh, sorry, that's not the one. Yeah, a shorter name might be in your favor. But hello, Hammer. Nice to meet you. How are you doing? I can't really say hello to myself without sounding weird. Ooh, I didn't move my lamp into this room. Hold on. Time out. Okay, that's better. Yeah, Casa, send me a challenge. We'll make it happen. Hey, Omid. How you doing? Hey, Christian. I'm going to your neck of the woods pretty soon, Christian. I'm going to Montenegro. I don't know really how the Macedonia and Montenegro relationship is, but not too far away. Hey Nico, how you doing? Ooh, it's Boots' birthday today. 36 years old. Wow. Oh my dog, yeah. Sounds about right. Okay, we're gonna start out with a game against a Galactic. Galactic is our first challenger for today. Oh, is it there? Yes, it is. Karmar coming in with the 8-month resub. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Bateman also in the house. Omid is playing an over-the-board tournament. Wow. You got ambition, Omid?
D4, let's go, come on.
Oh, and also I can hear my
B4.
own echo. Has that been there the whole time? That was so freaky. I could hear something. I'm pretty sure I heard myself. Can Chad tell me what on earth just happened?
92.
What? Chess 24 move sounds? I don't know, Chris. Or did someone hack my computer? I'm very confused.
A3, let's go step by step.
The crazy speech option on Chess 24 has one of the chess.
Give it to me.
Wow. Okay, I'm actually keeping that. That's kind of funny. I feel like someone at the Chess 24 admins has
D5.
Enabled this.
Give me that.
He's very aggressive.
Check. Here we go with bishop f4.
Is it too loud? People?
Give me your pawns, baby.
It sounds okay to me. Give me your pawns, baby. Well, give me the bishop pair. Does this man understand?
Here we go with bishop f4.
Who is this? It's Pepe? I'm gonna lose on time.
Bishop b5.
If the goal was to confuse me, they definitely succeeded.
Give me that.
We had this opening already though, Galactic. I don't understand why you're going for this. We already played
E2.
this.
This is the best you can do, really?
I I gotta admit, I had no idea this existed. I guess this is the stream today. Pepe is the best hype man? Well, clearly.
Macarena. Ay.
I really like how they didn't have the they couldn't do the kind of professional recordings. So at the
Knight C4.
At the end of every sound, I feel like you hear a click, which is like Pepe aborting or stopping the recording. Because I've had that problem as well. When I'm doing my own recordings, I don't like have a button I can just press.
Rook F1, are you sure? You better play football or something else.
Well, I do, Pepe. I can do both. What are you talking about? I can play soccer and chess to a very high level. Nice addition to your E4 video. Honestly, I think so, Karmar. If we can just have an audio track that basically just roasts you every time you get the repertoire wrong, that would be pretty cool.
Rook to C7.
Omid, I hope you survive until your tournament game.
E7. Knight to C6.
Oh, we're exchanging here.
Boop! Ba-boom!
You're welcome.
B4, here we go.
Did you have something to do with this, Aquila?
H6.
We need Magnus for this. Oh, Magnus for this would be so good. Magnus for this would be excellent.
The knight comes to E7. Knight to G6. Knight F8.
Yeah, that makes two of us, Aquila.
Knight D7, looking for some action. Check, check, check.
Looking for some action, huh?
Rook to D7.
Hook to D7. I don't have
Baboop.
it in me. Baboop.
King to G6.
Baboop.
Check, 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 check.
Keep giving them checks.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
Yeah, okay, now I can see how it gets annoying.
Check, 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 check.
I'm starting to I can see.
Rook D1. Rook E1, baboom. Check,
That
check,
was not the
check,
best
check,
move.
check, 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 check. Give me your pawns, baby. King H8, what are you doing in that corner? King to E7, are you kidding me? King F3. Check, check, check. Check, check, check.
I gave checkmate, Pepe. You missed it. Oh man. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. You missed my checkmate, dude. You gotta have your priorities straight. You can't go with all the funny little comments and then miss out on the highlight of the game. Ah, that's good, Christian. Your insides hurt? Yeah, but you did it to yourself, Omid. You could have just not laughed. You could have had restraint. Instead, you chose to let yourself go. Enjoy the moment. And as with all kinds of optimism and pleasure in life, you get punished for it after. This is too hype. Yeah, it was honestly pretty good, Omid. I'm already envisioning the Hammer soundtrack. But probably you need to do so many recordings, right? I mean, how many... This is a good question for chat. How many different chess moves are there? Surely there are some mathematicians in chat who can tell us. So there are 5 different pieces. 5 different pieces plus pawns. And these pieces can go to 64 squares. So 64 times 5 at the minimum. 64 times 5 at the minimum, which is, that's not too bad though. That's like 320. $320, that's not too bad. And if you add the pawns, then, you know, including pawn captures is a bit tricky. And then you add some, give me that bishop. And like, the bishop pair is all mine. But then you would need to program it. That's very difficult, right? If you would need to program which sound comes when the knight takes the bishop, but you still have your bishops, give me the bishop pair. Ooh, that's good, agent. The bishops, no, because we have two different bishops. So in overall, the bishops can move to every square. I think 5 times 64 covers all piece moves. Well, plus castling. So 5 times 64 plus 2. I don't know. It's doable. I think you would be hype on this, says Omid. Yeah, if it's done right. If it's properly prepared, could be pretty cool. You were about to comment on the decreasing intellectual quality of this channel. Are you disappointed in us, Neputs? Are you saying we don't have enough mathematicians in chat? Because that hurts. We have plenty. It's just that they have a job. So sometimes they're not available whenever we need them. Casa Magnus on this would also be so good. Too weak, too slow. We wouldn't need more than one recording. Just one recording with Magnus going, too weak, too slow. Every time you think more than like 10 seconds. Everyone will know this line by heart. Yeah, Galactic, you can't keep giving me those doubled pawns. You gotta find a different way of approaching this. In my idea, in my opinion. You can also be like, oh, so you took my bishop. Yeah. And we'll throw in a couple of Botes gambits there as well. Queen captured. No, but the thing is, the computer cannot understand when you've made a blunder, right? So the key to making good phrases is finding phrases that are good depending on what piece you capture, where on the board you capture it, and whether or not it's check. Yeah, trolls are. I mean, but that's a completely different issue. I'm asking how many different chess moves are there? And by chess moves, I mean lines that can be recorded for such a audio experience. And if the queen can go to 64 squares, the king can go to 64 squares, the knight can go to 64 squares, the bishop can go to 64 squares, the rook can go to 64 squares, and then we have 2 extra moves, the king castles, and then we have captures, and I don't know how they deal with captures, but you can figure it out. Yeah, precisely, Galactic. You need to decide, is capture a different move, is check a different move. So you might have to multiply it by 3. But still, it's within reason, right? At the most, it's like 2,000 recordings. Ooh, that looks interesting, Hex. I think probably it's more like 1,000, but you could make. I mean, doing 1,000 recordings should be possible. I mean, it requires some planning, but once you've done that planning, you can repeat the same process for a lot of different people. So it seems pretty cool. Purring out hot tea. Yes, Omid, we need some tea. I've been having an interesting morning. Need to power up for the stream. Suddenly shaved? Yeah, it just happens out of the blue. Talk about the cost of pleasures in life. But you don't think that is intellectual? You think that's decreasing the intellectual value? If anything, philosophy is considered one of the most intellectual endeavors in life. Hey, Hike, how you doing? Imagine so many Magnus roasts. It would be so good. I agree. Sounds amazing. Capture, you can just say takes. Yeah. We can do a Hikaru soundtrack. Okay, need more Blitz. Omid, your wish has been granted. We need more games. More games with this sound. And we're going to do a 5-minute game, just in case.
Here we go. E4.
Oh, here we go.
E5. I hope you don't get crushed too soon. Knight F3.
No, Nico, you need to be very careful. Don't move
Bishop
too
B5.
quickly. Because then he doesn't say anything for your move.
Bishop A4.
But he's just saying the moves. When's the funny? Wow, I castled and he
Bishop
didn't say
E7.
anything? Guys, you gotta encourage the castling.
Rook E1. Baboom. B5. Sending our little pawn to the action. Bishop B3.
Sending our little pawn to the action.
H3.
Kovalenko? I think you mean Komarov. Fiataman, no?
H6.
The famous one on Lichess is Komarov.
D4. Let's go. Come on.
Come on, let's go.
D6. Here we go.
Oh, before those things. Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'm glad that we have recovered. Nepotis.
Knight D7. Looking for some action.
You know the one Penguin was listening to, but that's the Komarov one, no?
Knight F1.
Penguin was doing the Komarov one
Bishop to
for a long
C2.
time.
B3.
It wasn't 1,000 recordings. Yeah, so it's doable. I didn't even know Chess24
Knight
was
E3.
experimenting with this. CJ, I'm sorry.
G6.
How are you doing?
Give me that.
Give me that. Give me that.
Boop. Baboom.
Baboop. Give me that.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
I was kind of hoping that this move would be good. But it turns out he has Bishop F6.
Give me your pawns, baby.
Give me your pawns.
Bishop to
baby.
F6.
So now the big question is, what do we do here? Do we go F4 and get the bishop pair? I kind of answered my own question, didn't I? Do we go F4 and get the bishop pair? Very likely the answer is going to be yes. Wow. My neighbor hasn't been drilling for so many days now. But of course.
I have no clue what's going on here.
Now he starts. Friday at 6 p.m. That's the perfect time. He's Spanish,
F4.
CJ.
Seriously?
Bateman, I don't really know if it avoids it, but it's a separate line. But what Dubov did might be good against what I'm doing.
Bishop b2. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Rook e7.
Wow. Pippa annoying. Wow, that's pretty controversial hike. Okay, I massively regret doing what I did. Really, really poor decision making.
Bishop to f6. Rook e6. Actually, I like your style.
Yeah, daddy, cool.
Bishop to c6.
Shocking if we have music in the future as well. He's really trying to go knight d7, huh? Knight d7 does seem like a pretty good plan. It's a very good plan. I guess we're gonna do this.
Check, 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 check.
It is pretty confusing. Honestly, at this stage, I don't even know how to turn it off. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a new setting. It's a new setting.
Knight a8.
So probably
Rook
everyone
e1,
has
bubble.
it.
Bishop to f6.
My man has made a
E6.
mistake. Or maybe not. Maybe I made a mistake just now. I should have taken on b5.
Give me your pawns, baby.
That's pretty solid, Christian. It's just a setting making Pepe say the moves, yeah. And also my neighbors at it again.
Check, check, check. Boop, ba-boom.
Ba-boop, ba-boop. Hey Dirk, how you doing today? We're listening to the new feature. It's Pepe entertaining us.
I have no clue what's going on here.
Give it to me, give it to me. Honestly, when he says that, he should just start singing whatever pop song has that phrase.
King to e6.
That's a weird move.
Check, 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 check. Bishop to c6.
Okay, we're gonna try not to flag. It's
King to
gonna be
e7. Are you
tricky.
kidding me?
Knight to f6.
Check, check, check.
Okay, I made a mistake. He's gonna take my bishop. Feels bad, man.
Knight d2.
King to e8.
I might still be a little better.
Impressive. King f7.
g4, sending my pawn to the action.
Yeah, maybe so, Casa.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
I feel like I'm pretty close to outplaying him, but there's a
Here we
missing
go with bishop e6.
there's a missing link somewhere.
Bishop goes to d3.
Bishop goes to d3.
Bishop d5.
Oh, he's restricting
Bishop
my
to b4.
movement. That was a really annoying move.
Here we go with bishop e6.
King to e4. King e3.
The bishop comes to b6.
Okay, we're making progress, but also I'm losing on time.
Knight a1. Check, 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 check. Bishop f5. Knight to c2.
King to e7. Are you kidding me? King to d7.
Oh man.
Ba-boom.
Stupid pre-move.
King c4. King to e5. Let's go. Come on.
Oh man.
You are so slow, dude.
Oh
Next
come
time,
on,
hurry up.
Pepe. That just hurt. That was under the belt. That was worse than Magnus. You're out of here. That was... I have stayed quiet during your nonsense long enough. You're just too slow, dude. I don't need that in my life. Yeah, it was very savage, Omid. Very savage. And he's out of here. We had fun while it lasted, but that was the straw that broke the camel's back. But no more voices means you get to enjoy much more of the magnificent drilling at the Hammer residence. So, you know, there's pros and there's cons. Passed pawn, I'm gonna let him do whatever he wants. I don't care. The policy is that when you go after me, you get some leeway. When you go after others, you're straight out of here. I think those are the rules. And then I had some discussions with Chess Bay about where to kind of set the... It's kind of difficult to explain, but what is too much, and when something is disrupting not only me, but like for people in general, that people in general find it to be a reason not to hang out in chat because we're allowing some stupid guy to get some attention. But the thing is, I mean, if this X33 dude was saying something that was kind of remotely accurate or had some kind of basis in the truth, then frankly I would be more likely to do so. Right now he's just being a bad troll. He's not really good at it as much in life, presumably. But yeah, I guess there is a limit where we just say no. Sounds like a sane policy. Yeah, but you know, there's always people trying to provoke you on the internet, Der Henker. And he got what he wanted now. He got banned. I don't fully understand why he wanted to get banned, but I let him have his way. I acquiesced to his request. This neighbor is is hammering your wall. Does he not know who you are? Maybe he just finds it extra ironic, Master. And that it's much funnier because of who I am. I feel like I should be sacrificing something. This is the Sveshnikov, after all. Thank you so much, Kasa. I have been doing it weekly with Botez for the last 4 weeks. Unfortunately, I'm traveling for 3 weeks. Well, this first week I'm working in Oslo and then I'm traveling. So we're not going to be able to have a session for another 3 weeks. But if that was the first session you caught yesterday, then there's many more in her Twitch videos on demand. Yeah, Libers. I banned him as well. But let's all, truthfully, he was not very good at trolling. It's one of the weakest trolls I've ever seen. Yeah, I did lose, Hike. I got flagged in a somewhat better endgame. That's great, CJ. I'm glad you feel you're learning something. Of course, my primary goal is to teach Botez, but if someone else picks up a trick or two during, that's kind of why she's streaming it, right? That she wants to combine her wish of becoming better at chess with her wish of doing chess full-time streaming. Yeah, past pawn. I'm following it sometimes and at moments. I saw that people were talking about the Dubov game, so I checked that out yesterday. And I've been following the Norwegian kids. I saw that today they're playing against Albania. So I guess we were pretty much expecting a win in that match. I haven't checked in a couple of hours though. I thought your primary goal was to be savage in your comments. Well, no, that's a secondary goal, Omid. Secondary. Important, but not primary. One day you're going to beat Botez, CJ? Wow. Even when she's getting the hammer lessons? I find that hard to believe. Yeah, no, she really wants to improve Casa, which is good. But to be fair, she has always been an overachiever in anything she does. So I think now that she's doing chess as a living, she kind of feels like she should be even better at it or something, right? Okay, we're gonna let him block this pawn chain, but at the same time I'm getting a passed pawn. So pros and cons to that deal. I've been trying to convince her, Master, to have the hammer respect for bishops, but it has turned out to be quite the ordeal. Like losing on time, yeah. You think that's a specialty of mine, losing on time? I feel like I very often end up being in a bad situation because of the time, and then play extremely quickly and make, up for it. She played very well against Sefkat last night. Wow. Yeah, I saw that she won the match, Trollsar. She was very good in the Blitz games. And I think Sarah was a bit distraught, feeling like the match was already over after the Blitz portion. There's emptiness in your soul without Pepe. Wow, Omid. I guess you better just log on to Chess24 then. Get some games in. Are you normally playing for Norway? Varuz, I play occasionally. I mostly play when Magnus plays. So I played in... I actually played in 2017 in Crete. And I also played for Norway in Baku when we had the best Olympiad result ever. Norway finished 5th in the Olympiad in Baku. And that was our first top 20 placement in 50 years, I think. Yeah, Bateman, you really should play the repertoire. I mostly play when I get paid. That's not precisely what I'd said, Hyataman, but it's closely linked to the truth. Also, these days, I'm not such an active player. I got other projects going on. You made the Levon shirt, CJ? Did it turn out okay? Okay, I German Berserk, he wasn't here. So we're gonna abort that game. And move on to Varuz. I got white pieces again. Is this Banter Blitz? I don't know what you want to call it, past pawn. This is a stream where Hammer displays chess gameplay on the Chess24 platform. If you think that can happen without calling it Banter Blitz, then you can call this a Hammer stream. If you are one of those people who believe that Banter Blitzes have to include that all streams played on Chess24 are per definition Banter Blitz, then yes, this is a Banter Blitz. Oh, you're painting it yourself, CJ? Wow, I thought we were gonna get some mass production, but clearly you want Levon all for yourself. No more 4-player chess? No, master. No more 4-player chess. Now we're just playing very good strategic chess all the time. Maybe you guys are gonna learn something. Oh, CJ, I actually didn't know you're an art student. But like, when you say painted, do you actually mean painted? Or do you use the computer to draw out a design? Yeah, Hike, I play d4 quite often, but not since I did the repertoire series. Yeah, Borba, I have 2 names, Jon Ludwig. You can also call me Ludwig, and you can call me Hammer, but you cannot call me John. It's very tricky. Golami, I believe the Banter Blitz Cup has already started, and as such is closed for any new participants. Bateman trying to bait me in Chess24 chat. Very appropriate for his username. You can call me baby, Omid. For you, anything. Any banter towards your next opponent in the Banter Cup? Hiata man, I'm not playing against Bruson. I don't know where you have that from. I'm playing the winner of Mavsesian and what's his face? Demuth. Adrian Demuth. And then if I win that one, I'm playing the winner of Satuhaman and Basem Amin. Oh, Magnus is playing against Bruson. That should be an interesting fight. Hey Halvard, how are you? Apologies, Mr. Hammer. Ooh. Yes, that I like much more. Mr. Hammer, keep calling me that. Are those those shirts ironed to your preference, Mr. Hammer? That's going to be my life pretty soon. Would you rather be a bodybuilder or a strongman? I don't even know the difference between those two, Zoe. CJ, what do you want from me? I read how you do it. I considered it in my mind. I thought it was interesting. I got a bit confused by the MAE. I'm guessing you meant to write make. But I have a tough time visualizing it. I'm doing my best. Okay, next up is Anu, and that's very scary because Anu has a 1500 rating, which means it's probably their very first Blitz game. We might be going up against some kind of misunderstood genius. And like most misunderstood geniuses, we're going to play the French this time. Is Magnus pronounced Mangus in Norwegian? No. Magnus is pronounced Magnus. A lot of people say that Norwegian, when spoken, sounds like people are singing. And I feel like there could be worse things in life. You know? Okay, I'm pretty sure this is theory, but it's definitely theory. I don't know. There's something about the knight coming to a4, which looks really annoying. And you're supposed to stop it somehow. I just don't know how. There's something about knight a5. Ooh, yeah, that might be it. So bishop d7, knight c3, knight a5. That could be it. Okay, going after my bishop. No, my knight, sorry. Are we going to go back here, blocking the bishop? Or are we going to go here? I think we'll go here. Attack the pawn. Because that gives us an extra tempo for development. And sometimes our knight can come to f7 after f6 next. Hey Chad, I've been alive for not too long. Okay, so after knight a5, one line could be knight take, pawn takes, queen takes b2, and then knight a4. But presumably that should be very good for me. I could also just take this one, which is more aggressive than how you usually see me, but could happen. Borba, I would say size of the board. I didn't know this was a thing. I like having my board as big as possible, but there are people who have the board really, really small to have shorter distances to move the mouse. I don't really do that though. As for the colors of the board, I think it's just a personal preference. I don't think it makes any difference in performance. Okay, let's do this. You sense danger, Zoe? It's just because I'm spending so much time. I don't think my position is bad. I just think I'm spending too much time. Also, I don't like that he can take my bishop. Okay, I just gotta move something. Hey Gondoliers, how are you doing? George, I mean, that depends on what username you use to register on Twitch. I don't think I can help you out with that. Okay, I need to avoid getting flagged here. It's a bit of a tall order. I haven't really been trying very hard. Okay, that was just a terrible move. Can we make the dream work? Teamwork makes the dream work, people. Okay, we're gonna probably have to settle for a draw. Yeah, it's not great. That's what happens when you don't play quickly enough. Yeah, he's pretty good, Bateman. But I'm not sure how good. He's definitely above 2,000. You would have flagged it, Zoe? Yeah. Oh, you with the white pieces? Honestly, I was considering playing on. I was kind of depressed that I had to go for a draw. I wanted to flag him. But I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. Thanks for the game, Anoop. Anita coming into chat with a 5 gift bomb. benefiting Weber, Bill, Quinn, Larsenio, and Jazz. Thank you so much, Anita. Phone conference, huh, Aquila? A lot of people dislike meetings, but I really enjoy them. I've now figured out that meetings are nice because it makes me feel like I actually accomplished something, which is not always the case for the rest of the days. Ooh, I scrolled. My bad. Avalanche, we've had a couple of accidents. I'm not gonna lie. That 3100 rating has disappeared quicker than a robber. Ooh, hello, nice to meet you is using the hammer repertoire. Exciting. We have someone potentially trying to make a submission into the our little competition. Yeah, Bateman, you're 1500 regardless how good you are. So it's very tricky to try and understand where the players are, what their true level is. Did I do something wrong? You're supposed to go knight d5 in this position, I'm pretty sure. Can I go d6, rook back d5? Knight takes d5, queen takes d5, rook takes e7, bishop e6. Am I going to trap that rook, or am I going to lose the game? It's a very tricky call. I think we're going to give it a go. Yeah, Bandito. We are playing on chess24. Use the C24 command for more information. Perpetual is discussing whether I should lose on purpose in order to promote the hammer repertoire. But the guy already he didn't make the recommendations I had. So already I can win this game and blame his infamiliarity with the repertoire instead of the repertoire's level itself. Okay, I don't really know where I want to put this bishop. Let's just go back. I thought maybe it would be beneficial to provoke f3, but I'm not really sure. Maybe f3 was just a useful move for white. It's kind of difficult to tell. Wow, Aquila, meetings getting cancelled, huh? That does seem to be a frequent thing. Okay, right now I'm hoping to trap my opponent to think that he can go rook takes e8 and then win a knight and a bishop. But I can take with a bishop and protect on d6. It's very clever. That's the kind of high-level strategies I employ in my games. Yeah, Aquila, we haven't really figured out the best system for using the hammer point. But it's a work in progress, and until such time as the system is, in place, I guess the smart people will save them for when something exciting actually shows up. And other people will use them immediately and post messages that didn't really add anything to the conversation at all. You missed out on an opportunity to call them nails. I can so change it, Aquila. But why do you think nails is the good one? Hammer and nails? No, it doesn't really work out that way, does it? Okay, I played this so poorly. Somehow his pieces actually make sense now. Yeah, I think that's a good strategy, Gondolius. Hyataman, this message adds nothing to the conversation. Well done, sir. You'll get them back, Hyataman. As I understand it, earning hammers is it's not a endeavor that takes a lot of time. No, game over. I'm not doing students. It could happen, Halvard, but I gotta tell you, doing a full repertoire is a lot of work. I didn't fully understand how difficult it was until I tried to do it. Hey Sefcat, how are you doing today? I saw you lost your match against Botes. I didn't realize you were going to play Blitz. I maintain that in Bullet, you're a pretty even matchup. Chess 24, yeah, it's new times. New times demand new sites. Hey, Chess Hobbit. Roving librarian. Wang Hao said that he has 8 students. Wow, I didn't catch that, Bateman. Yeah, that does seem a bit surprising to me. But, you know, a guy's got to make a living. If that's what it takes, then... I mean, it worked out for him, didn't it? He's doing okay. He's working on his chess, having some good results. Rosen coming in with the raid of 163. Where in the world are you, sir? Are you still enjoying Asia? Okay, and we're just out here making draws, which is the hammer way, to be fair. Out here making draws. Okay, let's just... If he's clever, he goes king f2. If he's not clever, it's still a draw. So, who cares? Okay, step 1 succeeded. I got my king into the game. Step 2 succeeded. I got my bishop. And step 3 is a big fat fail, because there's no way to make progress here, unfortunately. So we're going to flag this man. First, we're going to confuse him. Then we're going to outflank him when he's not expecting it. But I still cannot do anything with my stupid pieces. Oh, man. Oh, and he's getting ambitious. Wow, he's getting ambitious. Now I'm nervous. Let's just make a draw. Let's go back and forth. We don't want to mess around here now. Yeah. Have a nice day, Rosen. Back from Asia, enjoying America. That's how you do it. That was some thunder. Night, be free. That was the alerts for making sure everyone knows that I Am Rosen has rated with 163. My name is Hammer. I play on Chess24. I'm currently playing against Chess24 Premium members. So if you want a game, just get on your account. If you do not have a premium account, you may be interested in knowing that I have recently made a video series. It's a full repertoire for white, starting with Bobby Fischer's favorite 1e4. And it's been very well received. I don't think that's an understatement. You can check out the link in chat and see some of the comments. I am really, really honored to get such amazing feedback. And if you're interested in watching the video series, then you can use code HAMMER when buying your Chess24 Premium membership to get 15% off. Another 12 rating points lost. It's so sad. I like watching the end of Marley and Me. I don't even remember how that movie ended, Avalanche. Did the dog die? It probably did die. I take back asking that question. Wow, Aquila. A Lopez repertoire? Yes, Knight be free. Rui Lopez with the white pieces. Would there ever be a world champion that's big on 1e4? Sure, Hiata, man. I think it's going to happen. I mean, Fabiano prefers 1e4. He's pretty close to being a world champion. Fischer liked it. If you go below 3,000, do they take the video series away? You may want to check it out while you can, Bateman. You got to study intensely so that it doesn't disappear. Are you doing commentary on the upcoming Fischer Random event? Yes, I am, Hike. I will be doing commentary at VG. It's one of the biggest online newspapers in Oslo. And I will essentially be doing what I do on Twitch. It's going to be a bit more of a professional production with better sound quality and stuff like that. But I'm just going to sit in a booth. I'll do commentary on the moves. And yeah, it's going to be good. Amazing plug speech. Thank you, Kaza. I'm getting better at it. I'm not completely sure what you're referring to, Makahan. You look like you don't care about your rating. Borba, I think that is somewhat true. At the moment, I don't really know what my proper Chess24 rating should be. And so I don't care that much about it. I think that's fair to say. Hiata Man, what got cancelled was the chess studio. So they were supposed to have like a big production with tons of experts and a host and stuff like that. But unfortunately, they couldn't find sponsors for it. So instead of having a big to-do, they're now just having a just me, essentially, doing commentary. Is Fisher Random the same as Chess 960? Yes, Bateman. It's the very same thing. I think Fisher Random was kind of the name given to it once they realized that Fisher was a controversial figure and it might not be in everyone's best interest to have his name associated with it. But that's just the theory I have. Okay, I'm being very aggressive now. Well, Gondolius, if you think that's a challenge, you might as well just watch the best broadcast. You know? You don't have to mix it up with NRK and VG. You can just do the good one. Aggression doesn't suit you? No, it does not. Avalanche, it does not suit me. It also doesn't give me a lot of points. Do you recommend going to watch the Fisher Random live at the venue? I think, Peter, if you want to meet Magnus and the other world stars, definitely go to the venue. If you're not that interested in celebrity, then I think your experience watching from afar is just as good as your experience watching on site. But chess, well, if you've never been at a chess tournament before, it's a very special atmosphere. So it might be interesting to go once, just to kind of fully realize what it means that noise doesn't really happen. Hammers are like a teddy bear in real life. I don't think that's true. It's maybe a little bit true. Okay, what's gonna get captured here? If I go b3, I think I'm losing my g4 pawn. So we're gonna go bishop c6. Can anyone do the maths on how it becomes 960? I mean, you can probably just Google that game over. Someone has definitely done the math already. There's no need for chat to tire out. Tire yourself out. What just happened here? He started being aggressive. I didn't see it coming because nothing he had done up to this point suggested any aggression in the making. But now he got aggressive, and honestly, I am not happy about it. This could be a real problem. I have a losing position. Very bad. Very, very bad. Is he finally gonna get me? I've been taking points off area for such a long time. But this might be the moment for his revenge. He's going for the queen trade against Hammer. That's not a smart idea though, is it? Also, Hammer's making some bad moves. That was not the best move. Should have attacked the bishop. Would have been much more effective. Oh, I'm way down on time. When did that happen? so dumb. I guess we'll do this. Aw, I let myself get checkmated. Okay, well done, area. 24-1. I'm giving away all the rating points today, huh? Wow, Sergey in chat giving the whole shebang on how it becomes 960 different positions. I'm not sure I got any of that, but it sounds pretty clever. Hey, Larsenyo, how you doing? Okay, let's try to gain some of this rating back. I'm sick of losing now. Whomever I play in the next couple of games, you're gonna see me trying to get back some of those 70 rating points. Wow. They accumulate very quickly. A lot of people making the joke that they hope the repertoire series doesn't get unpublished if I go under 3,000. But honestly, you're just giving me ideas. You shouldn't be doing that. I'll do whatever, Purinas. Of course I'm upset when I lose, Bateman. I've not been playing that badly, I feel. H4, huh? Do we go C5? An attack on the flank is best met with a counterattack in the center. Or so I heard. Sergey, I don't really need to know how it works out, the maths of it. I'm happy to just accept the fact that there are 960 different starting positions. It makes life easier when you don't question too much. Wow, and Slumka out there promoting the math channel on Discord. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have gone C5 after all. I feel like once you go C5 in these lines, you can never kick the knight out. So maybe I made a mistake doing that. This knight is really difficult to get rid of. Yeah, C5 was really dumb. Haha, you're welcome, Hike. Good game. Is VG a good paper? Yeah, it's decent. I think it's the biggest in Norway. AAHP. Yeah, I'm stuck. I don't see a single good plan. Kind of want to go for E5, but it's just going to weaken my position. I don't even see a half decent move. I just absolutely hate my position. Trollsar, I don't think you can claim a refund, but I will say that when you're learning a new opening, you have to appreciate that the learning process may not be the most beneficial, right? Because you're learning new things, you're memorizing, and there will be some losses. There will be some situations where you get positions you're not familiar with, and that you need to have experience playing before you get all the points. However, I will say that it's an investment. So once you have, I'm tempted to just resign. I'm not in a great mood right now. I hate my position. I hate my time management. I hate everything. I just need one plan. Okay, you know what? We're doing this. I think it looks super ugly, but we're gonna do it. Okay, this is what I chose to do. Just taking some space on the king side. And hope for the opponent to make a mistake, such as, for instance, allowing my knight to get back into the game. That, I believe, qualifies as a mistake. What was I about to say? Yeah, so you need to kind of calculate that you need some time to learn a new opening. So you may lose some rating points in the short term, but I think long term it will be beneficial for you. Also, this man is going to checkmate me. Oh, he had a plan as well, huh? Feels bad, man. Okay, but now we have an attack. It was really a sacrifice. I was faking it. It was really a sacrifice all along. Now this man is going down. Okay, he got the queens off, which is really annoying. Wow, this man doesn't even want to exchange queens. Look at his king position and then try to figure out why he doesn't want to exchange queens. It's very strange to me. I'm not playing this very well. Hammer's recommendation against the French is OP. Oh, really? Did you have any success with it, Halvard? If you did, you should submit it to our competition. Wow, he's going to threaten checkmate in one move. What a guy. Ooh, that was a mistake. I think we can get a clutch win here. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. King takes g7, pre-move. That's how we roll. We predict the opponent's moves because we're in their head. We're in their head and we don't get concerned. How long could it take to improve from 1400 to 2000? Well, I mean, it depends, Weber. It depends on how much work you did previously, how much work you're willing to do now. There's too many unknowns to ever really answer such questions. Island in chat with the Hammer Times. Yeah, that was a good finish. We got him in the end. It didn't look great. We were somewhat down on time, but we had the attack. Thanks, David. I'm actually not using it now. The reason I used it was because we were trying out the new auto commentator. We'll give Pepe another go. We're going up against Sergey.
Knight f3.
Knight f3.
d5.
d5.
Knight to f6.
Knight to f6.
e6.
e6.
Bishop e7.
Bishop e7. How,
c4. Come on.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how annoyed are you guys right now?
Boop. Baboom.
Baboop. We took a pawn.
Knight to c6.
We think it's Pepe, Petar. We're pretty sure it is. But we got sick of him a bit quickly.
Give it to me,
earlier.
give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
The thing that happened earlier was that he provoked me after I had lost a game. And that is just
Give me
like
your pawns, baby.
the mortal sin. You don't do that.
Knight c3.
Okay, so you're not supposed to take this pawn, and yet Sergey has done just that. So it makes me wonder if this can be punished somehow. I feel like this move looks okay.
Knight to d5.
Korobov, best commentator. Megamax, I've never heard Korobov do commentary. I've had game analysis
Here we
with
go. E4.
him though. He's a funny dude. I think a lot of people are fans of Komarov because he was one of the first kind of voices for the chess for the Lee Chess plugin.
Knight to b4.
I'm gonna take the bishop.
Bishop
there.
b5.
That's my plan.
The beautiful knight comes to d3.
Beautiful. Did he say beautiful? Ooh, and hammer. No, because you cannot do the voice specifically. And the
D5.
knight comes into d3. Is that how we do it? I need to practice. I feel like certainly one of these kind of voiceover gigs are in my future. So I'm just gonna live. I'm just gonna get into it. Sounds a bit like Kasparov. Yeah, maybe Slumka. That's really not the first person who popped in my head, but I will digest your suggestion.
Queen to c2. Baboom.
What's cooking? I'm losing chess games, nice guy. It hurts. It hurts bad. So let's calculate.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
Now Sergey is massively
Give it to me,
regretting
give it
his
to me,
choices.
give it to me, give it to
Oh
me,
no,
give it
he's
to
still
me.
got this move. Okay. I thought maybe he had blundered.
Give me that. Give me that.
Yeah, because somehow he still survives this. He's gonna have to take back with a pawn though.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
We heard you the first time, Pepe. Now this knight is really trapped. I thought I was being clever taking on c1 first, but turns out it's just a transposition. Okay, we're gonna go bishop g5.
G5.
This is interesting because I'm provoking him into playing f4, and then basically my hypothesis is that his king is going to be in a really vulnerable position for the rest of the game.
F4, pushing the Facundo pawn.
The what?
Give me your pawns, baby. Check, check, check.
The what? Do you guys catch what word he said there? Am I gonna need censorship on my stream?
Rook e8. Okay, it's not as bad as it looks like. Bishop goes to d3.
Can someone please explain
H5.
rather than just saying the word? Facundo? Yeah, but I mean, what is this word? Is it Spanish?
H4, here we go.
Is it something he made up? It's like Harry the H pawn. Okay.
Check, 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 check,
I gotta
check,
admit,
check, check,
I have
check,
not
check.
heard that name before. It's a Spanish name. Okay.
Bishop e4.
Fair
a3. a3. Let's go step by step.
Fury,
A6.
after yesterday's lesson, we're gonna have a little break because I'm traveling the next
Queen
couple of
F6.
weeks.
Bishop d4. Bishop to f2. The bishop comes to b6.
Bishop comes to b6.
Give me your pawns, baby.
That's not a pawn, though.
Queen f, 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 f3. The beautiful knight comes to d3.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Check, 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 check.
Oh my god. Them bishops, hey? Them bishops. That was dirty. I realized that I could not flag him with traditional means. So I did some very, very dirty stuff right there. As smooth, it's on chess 24, and on the lower left side of your board, you can press, and then there's the auto commentator. You can turn it on or off. Beautiful, mate. Thank you, X-Me. Goal! Honestly, they missed out. They have a Spanish commentator, and he doesn't go, goal when you checkmate. Amateur hour. Do you have a signature sound? I don't know, Dirk. I should get one. This used to be a respectable stream. Honestly, Aquila, in my head, that sounded pretty good. It sounded as if I could hold the tone. But what do I know? The Kalashnikov finish. Yeah, the bishops. So bad. Palanda, I don't really know. I think right now it's only in English by Pepe, but I really don't know. It never happened until today, so we had a really weird start to the stream because I suddenly realized that some person had hacked into my stream and was talking to my chat without my knowledge. This is the reason I'm wearing my headset, because normally I'm playing without it. But there was a weird sound coming from my computer. I had to check it out. Chess24 chat can turn any respectable stream into mindless philosophical chatter. That is not true, Hanker. And you're just demonstrating that you didn't really watch a lot of my stream previously. Because chatting was always prioritized over playing chess. I'm sure many in my chat can confirm as much. Okay, we're going up against Casa next. Trying to get one of them wins without having to go through all sorts of dangerous activities beforehand. Okay, it looks as though Casa is playing without d5. I did not cover this in my video series, but it's pretty reminiscent of a Berlin. Can you make the sound your computer made? Asks Aquila. A guy who's already been asking that we stop it with the Pepe sounds.
H3.
But this is the sound we heard. The weird sound from the computer.
Bishop H5.
Some guy hacking in there.
Rook E1. Baboom.
Thanks, Salamka. I'm gonna have to check that out after the stream. I feel like I did a good job, but I never know in the moment. We'll have to do a VAR review for that one.
Knight comes to G3.
Are you guys tired as well?
Give me your pawns, baby.
It's the end of the week, huh? It's maybe natural to be tired.
Bishop F8.
Pepper rules. Yeah, Erigs. He's
Rook to D8. I don't trust you.
I don't trust you.
Give me that. 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 Give me that.
You said the same thing 3 moves in a row, dude. Chill out.
Knight to H5.
3-day weekend. That sounds pretty good, Dirk. I'm doing good, Evcon. How are you? Classes, huh?
Bishop to G7. Rook E3.
Okay, we have the superior pawn structure. And even though Pepe is in our heads, we're just going to get the king up, and then we're going to find some kind of
Rook
future.
E8. Okay, it's not as bad as it looks like.
Some future for the rook. Maybe go B4, A4, A5.
King F3.
Put the king here.
Knight to G6.
We're going to make sure the king is safe by taking control over the H4 square. And
B4,
now
here we go.
We're just, yeah, here we go. That is true, Pepe. Finally, you're making some sense. Now we're just advancing the pawns on
B6.
the queen side. We're going to make something happen.
A5. Be careful with this guy.
Yeah, very careful with this guy. I'm coming for him. Alan, I will, the first thing I'm going to do after my stream, I'm going to ask them, number one, why was I not warned? But honestly, it was kind of funny. But number two, I'm going to ask whether they're planning to do more people. Because Lichess was first to do this, or rather,
Rook to C8.
someone using Lichess made this
Rook
plugin
D8.
for Chrome.
Rook to B5. I wouldn't do that.
And honestly, it's surprising that no
Rook to
one really
A8.
followed it up.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
Although it's a
Knight
difficult.
comes to E7.
Probably you
Give it to
shouldn't
me,
do
give it
more
to me,
like
give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
every 3 moves
Rook
or
to
something,
B8.
right?
Looking for some action.
Looking for some action. Not gonna find it.
Here
though.
we go. Rook to b3.
Here we go.
Bishop f8.
Check, 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 check.
Now we're just gonna push.
a5. Be careful with this guy.
Be very careful. Very careful. We're just pushing him up the board.
Rook to a3.
Balas!
Wow, rook to a5.
You confused?
g4, sending my pawn to the action.
Pawn into the action.
Give me that. Give me that.
Wow, that's...
Check, 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 check.
Balas, it's a new functionality on Chess24. It's the Pepe soundtrack.
That's it, do one, that's it.
Auto commentator. It's down on your left of the board. You can check and uncheck it. Yeah, it could use a bit of fine tuning, Balas, but the idea in itself is kind of funny. No hammer auto commentary just yet, Potless Flower. But I'm already in my head considering what I would say. I would be like a depressed commentator. I would be like, you've given away your bishops, huh? Have you? And then I would be like... Because I think the key to this auto commentary is not overdoing it. So I feel like if you only do it like once in a while, it becomes so good. So like every time a knight captures your bishop, you can go like, giving away bishops, are we? Something like that. Gunsi coming in with the sub. Thank you so much. How are you doing today? What has brought you to our little area of the internet today? You would just be incredibly offensive. Duke, that may be why they're not going to ask you. I'm just going to put that out there. This is not my repertoire. Now you're going to lose. Or maybe I can be positive, Dirk. I'm like, ooh, e4. Recommended by Hammer. Well done. Just a disappointed sigh. Yeah, that's a good one, Duke. That is, honestly, that is so good. You don't need to kind of, you can just go. It can be the sound for like, yeah, but the thing is, it's very difficult to program blunders, right? But if you somehow could make an auto commentary that could understand when you have given away your queen or something without getting a queen in return, that would be pretty cool. Also, I mean, if the auto commentary could catch kind of what is good moves and what is bad moves, I don't know if that sounds pretty difficult, but maybe it's doable. And then, like, if you make a big blunder, it would be, shouldn't have done that, should you? There's so much potential here. It's just a question of executing it correctly. Gonsi, I'm so glad you liked the lesson yesterday. I appreciate it. We're not being as instructive on my stream though. Here we're just talking nonsense all the time. Figuring out how we can make sounds a big role in chess for the future. Wouldn't that just be cheating? Ooh, Aquila, you make a good point. You make a good point. But it would only do the sigh when you blundered. Can you do it so that you only hear sounds after your moves? Honestly, that's kind of the better version, no? Maybe you can get like check when you are in check. But like the size and stuff only happen when you make mistakes. I'm not saying it's perfect and I'm not saying it's easy. But if programmers just could make anything I wanted happen, it would be very fun. Oh, Der Henker is thinking we need a Brit. I'm terribly sorry, mate, but I'm afraid that is checkmate. I don't take the I do not like your tweed reference, Henker. I'm terribly sorry, chap. I cannot do British accents, I feel. I thought I was pretty close. Terribly sorry. Terribly sorry. But it appears you have been checkmated. It's not my best one, Mark. I feel like I have a decent Indian and a decent Russian. But it needs to be cued correctly in order for me to be able to do it. Raviors, we're captaining Sterling this week. Sterling. He's the only guy I have from Manchester City. So I need to also make sure that he counts for 2 people. Andrea could be recruited for the British commentary. Yeah. Honestly, her British accent was okay. Definitely better than mine. But that's not really a very high bar to cross. Yeah, I sold KDB when he got injured, Raviors. Hola, Pizza Racer. How you doing? Yeah, no, I couldn't do the British tweets. No, the British voiceover bait, man. I'm much better suited for, oh man, why are you giving away your bishops, dude? Something like that. I can be aggressive. I think that would suit my commentary style pretty well. Okay, let's play another one. Okay, now we're playing without Pepe, but Hammer has been motivated into giving an example to how the Hammer commentary track could sound. 1 E4, E4 recommended by Hammer. No, that's a bad one. We'll see. Or sarcastic. Yeah, that's a good one as well, Eriks. Ryataman is refusing to make a move on account of me making the silly commentary. E4, baboom. Bishop B5. But a lot of this commentary is just saying the moves. Bishop A4. Castles, good strats. Rook E1. Bishop B3. C3, no. H3. Yeah, my memory is very strange, Henry. E takes D5. Knight takes E5. So what happened last time? So he sacrificed with Knight G4. And it actually got kind of scary. So I think this time we're just going to develop. Okay, so my neighbors are playing Swedish dance music. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I think it's Swedish. Take me to the party and dee 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 dee. Oh, daddy DJ dee dee. Probably it's not Swedish. Come to think of it. Redo, I have played against Magnus Carlsen, and you know what I love about you asking that question? I can tell that you're not doing it to make me happy. And that sounds like a weird explanation. But the thing is that a lot of people in my chat regularly ask me that question when I need to be, you know, motivated or, you know, comforted in some way. Because then I get to tell the world that, yes, I've played against Magnus. I've even beaten him the last time we played. And I can tell that you were serious about your question, and it makes me happy that you get to know I have beaten Magnus. And now one more person in the world is aware of that fact. Do you have walls of paper, Dirk? I have a very sensitive microphone, and my walls are not great. And the combination of those two is not really amazing. I have discovered during my last 2 apartments in Oslo that sound isolation, not really something Norwegians are very good at, unfortunately. So I'm considering rectifying the situation though, because I'm considering getting a massively expensive stereo system to basically to pay back my neighbors and make sure that they are the ones who need to invest in better sound isolating. Why always trying with the upper class English accents? I don't know, Mark. It's the only one us foreigners know. We can't do like Cockney. No, Cockney is the London one. We can't do like the Georgie Georgie? We can. I mean, it's about convenience. We don't know that other stuff. Sure, SM77B mic. That sounds very expensive the way you phrased that question, Pizza Racer. I'm using a Samsung C01U studio condenser. I asked Botas earlier today what is the name of her new microphone, because that one was pretty good. It only kind of took in sound very close to the microphone. What is most expensive though, the isolation or the stereo? Doesn't really matter, Halvard. As long as we have the stereo, it has multiple uses. So we can annoy our neighbors, but we can also use it to blast some Shania Twain. So, you know, that one has 2 positive aspects with it. Whereas isolating the walls would only be, you know, help one problem. $400 is not that bad, Pizza Racer. Yeah, Aquila. Soundproofing important during construction. And those people who made my building in the 1800s were not paying enough attention to that feature. What I've realized over the years is that I have lived in a lot of pretty old buildings. But I have been in very new buildings as well that also has horrible sound isolation. So I feel like it's a problem in all over the place. No matter what they've done to you, they don't deserve Shania Twain. Yeah, I know, troll. After having blasted this horrible electronic music, they don't deserve that their punishment is to listen to the queen that is Shania. Frankly, their punishment should be more severe. Maybe we'll play some Robbie Williams. No. But the thing is, yeah, I still want to play... I want to play something I like that no one else likes. And surely Shania doesn't fit that category, huh? Slumka, once again, that would mean that I had to hear Botez's Twitch sayings. And we don't really want to expose ourselves to that, do we? Okay, I'm starting to realize that this is identical to a game we probably played previously. I'm pretty sure we played these exact moves before. Festben, how you doing? Z-Nation, you're in the line? Okay, we'll make it happen. Oh, bored. We've been chatting for a very long time without you guys ever requesting the board. Nothing much happening though. It's fine. You didn't really miss out. It's a Berlin. Things are not going to happen for another couple of moves. Okay, that was a really nasty move. I should have played F3. Man, that move really hurt me. I'm getting outplayed. Feels bad, man. Oh, actually his pawn on F6 is hanging. What just happened? Dirk coming in with a $10 donation. Thank you so much, Dirk. What are you doing today? I'm just listening to my neighbors play music and playing some Blitz games. Okay, how many of my pawns is he going to capture? And how many of his pawns am I going to capture? That's the big question right now. You better do that, C-Nation. I switch between the Spanish, the... Ooh, I got a lot of his pawns. I'm very happy about this. Who wins a race if I go b4? b4 takes a5, b3. Doesn't really work out for me, does it? Let's just keep it simple. We have the bishop pair on an open board. Everything is just going according to plan. Yeah, so C-Nation, if you want to prepare for our game, I usually play either Spanish, Carcan, or Sveshnikov. Pawn up to, yeah, Higgs. Somehow, I ended up with an extra pawn. Who knows how that happened? What is a good opening to learn? Gonsi! I have recently made a new video series on the 1e4 opening. And the video series is very, very good. Or so people in the comments section insist on telling me. I may also post some of the comments on my Twitter because they're really, really nice. So yeah, 1e4 opening of Bobby Fischer. That's what we're recommending these days. Good evening, Olav. Good evening, Uri. How are you doing? All the comments are Hammer's mom. Well, if it was, I would be disappointed she wasn't making more of an effort at the beginning. But now the last two comments have been really flattering. What about the London opening? What about it? We're not going to ban you just because you said London, but you know, you got to be aware that promoting the London in this chat could get you in trouble. It's a pretty good last name. I'm happy with it, Gonsi. Par, my video series is on Chess 24, and if you do decide to upgrade to a premium membership, remember that you can use code HAMMER when ordering to get 15% off. Also, I am a big advocate of the bishop pair, and right now we're going to demonstrate how to use the bishop pair to win your games. What is my next planned series after e4? Alban, I think we will be trying to do a black repertoire using the same really recipe for success. Trying to go for openings with quick development that are easy to understand without too many traps and such stuff. Pizza Racer, I forgot to cover knight e7, unfortunately. Well, good thing I'm not promoting the London then, Dale. Yeah, that's unfortunate, Pizza Racer. I wanted to cover most of the most common stuff, but I had some holes. There was some stuff I forgot to do. Handpan, I would say I'm just, trying to make good moves. Just trying to make good moves. The knights are very tricky in 1-minute games and in time scrambles. So you got to be careful. But objectively, very often, the bishops are better. You just got to be a bit careful. The voucher word is hammer, Gonsi. Just hammer spelled out. Either all caps or no caps. I think it works regardless of how you capitalize it. Discovered mate, yeah. But honestly, let's be... Yeah, was it tough to decide which king move to make, asks Dale. And I kind of decided no. I just thought I should take as many pieces of the opponents as possible to embarrass them to the maximum amount. If he had gone king f8, I would have gone for bishop b4, which would have been a very nice checkmate. Even nicer, some would say, with the bishop diagonals checkmating the king. Apparently, this is known as Boden's mate. Boden's mate is when the bishops are not on the same diagonal. Instead, they are working together from separate directions to give checkmate. If you want to learn more about the Boden's mate, you can use the same source where I have learned this very recently. I was 2650 before I learned the secret of the Boden mate. But it's available in the Magnus Trainer game. Magnus Trainer game. It's the one we're promoting on Magnus's YouTube channel. Also, Tactics Frenzy is out there. This is what I'm doing now. I'm an ordinary guy now. I have a day job. Still chess, but... Even nicer, promote to a bishop. Wow. But then I lose the control of the... Also, I have auto queen, so that wouldn't work. Yes, Gonzi, it's 7 hours. 7 hours of 1e4 recommendations. I hope you enjoy. Aquila, I'm not sure you did post. The game I played against Magnus? From Magnus Trainer? I don't think you can play in Magnus Trainer, Aquila. It's more about interactive games to improve your chess. You don't actually go there to play games yourself. Martin, I do believe there is a Catalan video series. And as a Chess24 Premium member, you get access to all the video series. Not just mine, but a lot of other good content as well. I guess I'll Google that for you. Watch video series. Probably you can like search Catalan. Oh no. There's no Catalan video series. Not in English anyway. But there's a video series on how to counter the Catalan. Interesting. What is the matchups in the Fischer Random semifinals? Raviors, as far as I know, that has not been decided yet. I think there's an opening ceremony and drawing of lots on Saturday. Maybe even... No, it has to be Saturday, right? They're not going to decide who plays against whom on the same day as the first match. But yeah, it's not decided. Playing only against members? Yeah. Home deep. Festben, I will be on VG. Wegenet. So VG is doing a... VG is doing one-man commentary. They were planning to do a studio broadcast, but unfortunately they couldn't find the sponsorship for it. So it's just going to be me in the commentary booth with a camera and a microphone. Which, having done Twitch now for 2 years, I'm pretty comfortable with. Fast talker versus the slow talker? Huh. Which one do you prefer, Corella? Pros and cons, huh? Do you think Magnus Trainer improves one's game? I don't really know, Poor. Because the thing is that the Magnus Trainer is not really aimed at players of my level. So I'm not going to find it useful. But that's not to say that you're not going to do. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, some of the games within Magnus Trainer is pretty fun. Regardless of your chess level. That's cool, Gonsi. You're having quite the afternoon, huh? I'm glad you stopped by today. My neighbors are not very good singers. I've started to realize why they're playing their electronic music. It suddenly makes complete sense to me. I would also choose songs without text if I had their singing voices. Aha. See you around, Gonsi. Have a nice day. I completely blundered that black is threatening my rook. I thought I could play knight d7. I was wrong. Ooh, but he was wrong to go there. The sneaky knight makes it out alive after all. Okay, next up is a very tough opponent. 2700 rated. I'm a bit tired today. Another Sicilian. We're up for it, though. We won the last one. We can do it again. Anita, I would say that the Chess 24 ratings are higher than normal. So the best players are like 3,300. And I don't really know how it compares at the lower levels. Are we just going to make a draw? Would you like to make a draw, sir? Pretty sure I studied something here. I just forget what it was. Wait. Queen d3? Did I get tricked? You're supposed to go queen c2. I think I just got tricked. Queen d3 is bad because of rook d8. And I just played bishop f5 on autopilot. Oh, man. Opening details, huh? Gotta know them all. Yeah, and I think now I just have a terrible position. Because the point is, you need to get your queen over here. Feels bad. Get the queen to b7, says Ron. Yeah, I don't think it's going to help me out much, though. But you're probably right. It's the best idea. It's the best of the bad. Ivan, we're going to get this guy on time. Don't you worry. We'll trick him at some point. But right now we're just down a pawn with a bad pawn structure. So tricking him is not going to happen for the next couple of seconds. We're going to need a different strategy. Okay, we're just going to put all our pawns on white squares and see what happens. And we're going to play f5 very soon. Unless he goes g5, I suppose. Okay, we're just going to take it easy. Take it easy. Okay, so he prevented f5, but it's fine because I changed my mind. I'm doing a different plan instead. Now we're going to go a3. I'm from Norway, Ivan. But I'm playing for my Danish club in my next tournament. Let's go h6. Got to prevent him from going queen g5 at some point. That move hurts. That was also a terrible reaction. He can just take this one. Oh, man. Okay, if I win this one, I'm declaring myself Emperor of the world. This is a tough one to make a comeback from. That was kind of weird. No? Am I the only one who found that kind of weird? I don't know what happened. I should have won that, honestly. Flag incoming? Yeah, Z Nation. I'm so slow. He even gave me a queen. Still wasn't enough to help me win the game. He really tried his best letting me win that. Neighbors stopped hammering and drilling. Yes, Disc. Now they're just playing some music. Hug say, I live in Norway. Why aren't you playing for Norway in the European Championship? I don't really have time for it, Weber. I am such a busy man these days. I gotta focus on my my other jobs. That was actually a lot closer than it should have been. Agreed, C Nation. And yet, I'm unhappy it didn't work out for me in the end. When's the video course on time management coming out? I don't think I'm hosting that show, Aquila. I don't think I'm the right man for that job. Almost emperor of the world. Yes, smooth. Almost. We'll leave it in the ambition drawer. Jan is pretty good at a time scramble, but I'm also incredibly good at a time scramble pizza. Why did I do that? That's a horrible move. Why would I make such a move? Oof. Okay, it worked out for me, but he could have just taken the knight and I would have nothing. You married a Norwegian, Berenson? When am I going to do the same? We'll see. Do you find the nationality to be the primary reason you married your wife? To be fair, Norwegians are pretty great, Berenson. Pord, I'm so glad you bought my E4 series. I also hope you're going to gain 100 ELO points. I do want to say that when you're learning a new opening, you may have some setbacks initially, but I really believe that in the long term, once you're comfortable with the recommendations and know the variations, you're going to see your investment paying off with interest. It was a byproduct? Wait, what? Let's see, what did I say? He said it was a byproduct. I said, was nationality an important part in why you married your wife? It was a byproduct. Byproduct of what? Living in Norway? Am I the only one confused in that kind of argument sentence structure thing? No, Sergey, I have too many challenges to do a rematch. I'm probably not even going to have time for everyone who's challenging right now. You're not sold on the French? I lost track of that conversation, Aquila. The opening or the women? Yes, Sergey, let's do that. You're mostly talking to yourself. That makes sense, Aquila. Well, that makes sense to me because I didn't understand anything of what you were saying. I'm not saying that talking to yourself makes sense. It's an important distinction. C Nation, you lost faith in the French? Did you watch too many Botes streams and see how bad of openings she gets? Because honestly, let me comfort you that the French can be played better than how Botes does it. Wherever I can play the Polish opening, I choose not to. Because this, while it doesn't seem like it, while it does seem like this is Hammer's stream where he just talks a lot of random stuff and all that. I need to find a better word for kind of when I'm about to swear. He completely forgot about that bishop, right? Bishop was just hiding in the corner. Kasparov was minding his own business. And he just completely forgot about that guy. JJ in the chat taking a stand in defense of the French opening. How are you doing today, JJ? Ivan, I'm playing on chess 24. What's the Polish? You steal a queen or a king? Actually, I will have you know, Sen, that in Norway, Polish people are the builders of our houses. The people who steal from our houses after they're built are actually Lithuanians. Fun fact right there. In general, Norway is one of the favorite places to go for Baltic burglars because we're incredibly naive. I mean, just naive to a completely different extent. So they just come here because it's just relaxing. It's so easy. Doesn't require any sort of work or thinking or anything. We'll just leave our stuff out on the lawn for you to take. 95 has become really popular, huh? No. Aquila, that is not racism. You're mixing your terms. That is just observation and backed up by facts. Also, one of my best friends is a Lithuanian, so I'm allowed to say that. No, Ivan, it's not. You don't have to pay to play on Chess 24, but I'm only playing against premium members. So if you want to challenge me, then you do need to go for the membership. However, there are many great benefits to being a Chess 24 premium member. One of which, I don't really know what to do here. One of which is getting access to the Hammer opening repertoire, the video series on 1E4. Polish Hammer is actually a wrestling move? Huh. Hiataman, it's not racist because it's not actually race. I mean, you can say it's prejudicial, but you cannot say it's racist. Racism is different. That's my only reaction. I am prepared to be called prejudiced for saying that Lithuanians are the number one thieves in Norway. That is fair. That I am prepared to cope with the anguish of being called such a thing. But racism, it is not. Okay, thank you, Pizza Racer. Honestly, it was a difficult word. I'm not surprised I struggled. I noticed you forgot about that Bishop Kasparov fan. I was saying it. My Bishop is so close to the corner and it's been out there for a while. You just forgot about it. Pord, this is the Catalan variation. Can we discuss the Polish opening now? Weber, the Polish opening does not take control over the center and doesn't help you on your quest to castle early. So, my response is the Polish opening is bad and I refuse to play it on stream. Okay, am I going to take this one or am I going to give this check? We're going to take this one. Pawn up. Yeah, I don't think I'll be streaming in 6 hours, Sergey. I'm already feeling pretty tired. So he's going to go c4. I kind of regret taking with the pawn. I should have taken with the rook. Maybe. Okay, let's make this move. I'm threatening a pawn. I'm ready to get the rook involved. Jost, you like to play the Vienna. So does Aquila, one of my moderators. It's an okay opening. Just don't let Aquila know I said so. We're trying to get him to play better openings. Better than okay openings. Wow, there's so many things attacking each other right now. I think we're gonna go with this one or this one. This one. Z-Nation, it depends on whether you like complex games or just prefer developing your pieces. In my repertoire, I would probably recommend bishop c5 because it's more of a development scheme, while knight f6 can get really tricky. So I guess I would recommend bishop c5. Prince Size, you're welcome to challenge me. Currently, I have 3 incoming challenges. So it's not so bad of a queue. And you have decent chances to get a game. Okay, are we going to take this one? Takes, check. It's not perfect. Let's try to see if we can save this pawn. That's pretty generous, no? This is a very winning position. Very winning. Now he's going to have to go back with his king, then we go up with his king. We have 3 pawn moves left over on the king side. So we're definitely going to be able to force him back in this position. Ooh, he's getting aggressive. He wanted me to go king b4. Probably it was still bad for him. But I feel like I can move around a bit and trick him into a good spot for me. Okay, we'll see what happens. I feel like I'm misplaying this horrendously. I should have just captured his pawn while I could. Wow, I misplayed this so bad. Oh my gosh. So king b2 was such a silly move. Am I losing? Am I losing this game? I might be lost. I mean, this is probably the worst rook endgame I have ever played. I don't play worse than this very often. Okay, I think f6 was a saving move right there. I think f6 was the only move to salvage a draw. Unfreaking believable play. Just barely making a draw, huh? Okay, we get the win on time, but the final position is a draw. I'm pretty sure it's a draw. I might be lost. Okay, never mind. It's not a draw. I'm just dead lost. I was up a pawn in a rook endgame with an outside passed pawn. That I managed to mess up this position and end up in a losing game is unfreaking believable. Wow, that is some of the worst. Okay, let's just move on. That was not something we should advertise to the stream. Whatever you just saw of my rook endgame play, don't do it. Just forget that ever happened. Wipe it from your memory. This never happened. You got it right, Pizza Racer. Never happened. This is not the end game you want to remember. Very good. Yeah, Aquila, it's not a good look. Which end game? Well done, babe. You're a natural at this. Okay, this is interesting. My opponent's username is Pawn Waltzer or something like that. Bauern Walsen. Or like Pawn Waltz. Something like that. And yet, it is I, the hammer, who is waltzing the pawns up there. Naster, coming in with a rate of 17. How are you guys doing? Coming in with the baklava emote. Oh my gosh. As if I wasn't craving sugar already. That is just mean. I had some really nice baklava at a Georgian restaurant in Moscow. But also, I have never had baklava in Turkey. I feel like I'm missing out. I've had baklava in Moscow in a Georgian restaurant and in the Emirates, probably in Oman as well. But I've never had it in Turkey. I have been to Turkey many times, that is true. I just haven't been prioritizing my own happiness, I feel. That's the only possible explanation. Why are you saying it wrong? I'm saying it just fine. Thank you very much, Aquila. Baklava. I think it's fine. Yeah? Do we have good baklava in Norway? Bunkenator? Do you have any like special restaurants or places you recommend for good desserts? Okay, I've gotten the hanging pawns, and I'm not too happy about it. Alireza coming in with the 4-month resub. Thank you so much, Alireza. Well, I mean, I just want to put it out there, Aquila. I don't know in this specific case, but in general, sometimes it's you Americans who pronounce things wrong. Just, just going to put that out there. That never happens. Yeah. Wow. Turkish bakery at Grenland side street from Tayingata. That's honestly very close to where I live. I'm going to have to check that out then. Is there a more deserving wild card to the candidates than MVL? Probably not, but I don't think wild cards, I don't think the essence of wild cards is to promote fairness. I think that's the best way I can put it. It's very tempting. And also with Faruja watching, I can't disappoint my boy. He would be upset if I didn't show him some moves while he's watching. Gotta entertain the crowd, Okay, so here's the big question. If I go c3 and he goes pawn takes d5, then I can take on d2, giving up my queen because I'm about to get a new queen on e1 and checkmate him. However, after c3, he can go something like knight b3, and I cannot take the rook because then he's going to take my queen. So my idea was to go d4 instead, just getting very dangerous pawns in the center. However, after d4, he has e5, knight d5, queen e4. After which, we need to make a discovery because otherwise we're going to lose this game. And I have not made a discovery, and yet I'm just going to make this move, hoping that something will occur to me once we get the position after queen e4. Because sometimes the opponent doesn't play the moves you are expecting or fearing, and in this case, now we're just... It's really funny that his username is Pawn Steamroller, because we are about to waltz over this man. He's getting steamrolled by the pawns, and the irony is real. No, just I'm very busy in November. I'm not going to Hamburg. Come to think of it, I was not invited to do commentary in Hamburg. Should I be offended, yes or no? Mr. Badcat, so the qualifier for the World Chess Championship will be held in Russia. And as such, it's the Russian Chess Federation, or kind of the Russian organizers, who decide which player is going to get the wild card. And since it's in Russia, it's expected that the wild card will go to a Russian player. I misplayed this. I let him kind of... Yeah. I let him block my pawns. Feels bad. Are we gonna do something crazy? No. We're just gonna play sound and solid, put our pieces in the middle. Thank you, Harold. Harold is saying I'm good at German. I'm glad you think so. There's not a lot of my German teachers who agreed with you. No worries, C Nation. I'll check it out. I think I recall you being next in the line, so we might scoot you up. For the Berlin wild card, what Berlin? Oh, the candidates tournament in Berlin. Well, NC, the organizers in Berlin were not German. So that kind of explains it. It doesn't necessarily depend on which city it's in. It depends on who's financing and who the organizers are. And more so than the candidates next year being in Russia, it's being organized by Russians, financed by Russians in Russia. So that kind of suggests, ooh, we should take out that Moobot command because I have defeated Mr. Christian Cruz. And I am through to the next round of the Banter Blitz Cup. Let's see. Where do we remove that command? Custom commands. Cup. Off. Voila. Nepo will get the wild card. He's Russian and world number 5. Yeah, Nepo is a good candidate, Trollsar. Oh yeah, Indo Mabel. I have video on demand for subscribers only, but it's being published on YouTube in a day. You'll have the chance to review. When I said I'm gonna flag this man. How did the Great Swiss end? Mr. Badcat, Wang Hao is the winner of the Grand Swiss. And he is a friend of my mom's, if you believe it. When Wang Hao was in Norway for the 2013 Norway Chess Tournament, my mom was having breakfast with him, and she made sure that he got to participate in the Norwegian National Day celebrations, 17th of May. There's a lot of parades in town and stuff like that, and she made sure that he got to experience it when he was in Sandnes. Hey, Kramnik student, feel free to challenge. I'll probably go... Yeah. I don't know. It's a bit late. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 4 incoming challenges. We can probably do that. I might do a stream tomorrow as well. I was thinking I can be the warm-up act for John Bartholomew. He's doing a Banter Blitz in the evening. And I could do like 2 hours of banter before John gets in there. Okay, so this knight d7 move, I remember planning to make some recommendations against it in my repertoire, but I cannot remember whether I did or not. I feel like I didn't do it, even though I was supposed to. My favorite move here is the one Bobby Fischer made. D takes c5. And then you just maneuver your knight to d5 as quickly as possible. Geary has already publicly stated that 14 draws are guaranteed. I don't know. He's a bit of a clown though, Boso. So he might be messing with us. Maybe he's just gonna go crazy, all out, make it a tournament for us to remember. Can't go wrong with Bobby's moves, says Genghis. Alireza did sub, yeah, move by move. He's a 4-month subscriber. The stream has been advocated by Alireza Faruja himself, not through something he said, but by action. By subscribing to the channel. How is that for an endorsement? I'm all about what people do rather than what people say. And that endorsement, move by move, suggests to me that you should follow his lead and subscribe as well. Action do speak louder than words, Hot Babe. I completely agree. Thanks, move by move. I appreciate it. Okay, so this man has gone b4, which has massively damaged his pawn structure. I'm not going to go c4 just yet because he's trying to move his knight to d4. So I'm saying, yes, you can give yourself the d4 square, but in order to do so, you're going to have to damage your pawn structure by giving yourself isolated pawns on the a file and c file. And even though he gets to put a knight on d4, I get to put a knight on d5. So, you know, pros and cons. Now I'm also very close to getting the bishop pair. Either here or here. Okay, big question now. c4, and if he goes knight c6, I go knight d5. Queen d6, take bishop, take back. How is that position? Is that good for me? It's probably decent. But I feel like I could have something even better. Knight d5 immediately, takes, e4. It's very unclear. Unclear is not really what I'm looking for right now. Let's go with c4. Let's take those bishops. Bozo, with 200 hammers, you can highlight a message in chat. But we're gonna add something where if you save up your hammers, you can decide who we raid, stuff like that. I haven't really figured out how to use this new functionality in the best way just yet, but it's coming. We're working on it. Okay, so I think this is going to be okay. I like my bishop. Raid Ninja. How about Ninja Raids? No. I thought it was going to be funny. Turns out, failed. Did you guys see that another big streamer went to Mixer? I'm pretty happy about it. I think it means that Twitch is going to have to lower their percentages because they now have a proper competitor in the market. I think all the chess streams definitely should stay on Twitch because Twitch has supported chess and all the streamers are kind of gaining their clout on Twitch. But I do think it's great that other platforms are competitive because it means that Twitch will probably give higher percentages of revenue to the streamer. Right now, Twitch is taking a lot for themselves. I don't know how much they paid him, Scythen, but I just find it interesting, the business perspective of it. Yeah, Shrewd is the guy. I think I heard of him, but I've never seen his stream. Mixer is owned by Microsoft, yes. So it's like Amazon has Twitch, Google has YouTube, and now Microsoft has Mixer. It's a really interesting battleground for the online streaming. Old timer from CSGO. Does he even stream Fortnite? Because I've really watched a lot of people play Fortnite. But I would suspect maybe he's more like into first-person shooters or something. D-Live? I don't know what that is, Home Deep. Is that like more of a smaller company, or are they also associated with one of the big tech giants? What do you think? Is it more profitable to stream as a top player in chess or in other games? It's definitely more profitable to be a good streamer in other games, Harold, but there's also a different threshold, right? So there are some really, really good competitive players, for instance, in Fortnite, which is the one I know the most because it's the one I follow the closest. And there's like super good Fortnite players who don't manage to get an audience on Twitch. So being good in itself is not, it doesn't automatically mean that you'll get a good viewership. And the advantage of doing chess over the other games is that there's much fewer chess streamers, which means it's much easier to make a name for yourself if you're starting out. For instance, I feel like I only followed her like 2 days ago, but there's this French girl, Cecile, and she's been really grinding her chess streams like 6 hours every day for the last 1 or 2 weeks. And that gets noticed because there's not many people streaming chess, and a lot of the same people who watch chess want to, they want to watch it regardless of who's out there. And when she's covering those hours, she's going to get a lot of periods where she's the top chess streamer currently online, even though she just started out streaming regularly recently. Did you ever play other shooters other than Fortnite? No, I did not. Fortnite is my first ever shooting game, which I feel like is my go-to excuse for why I'm so bad. Because there's some mechanisms in shooting games that I had to learn in addition to the specifics of Fortnite. Maybe it's because she's a girl, Vicky, but I don't see anyone else putting in 6 hours a day as a news chess streamer. I have never played Minecraft. Botes is getting good at Fortnite, Bozo. I've found myself playing more than I should this week, trying to catch up to all her successes. We're talking about Cecile Ozernat, New Electricity. She's a French player, about 2250, I think. Oh, you disconnected twice, C Nation? Don't worry about it. I was pretty happy with our moves. I thought I was playing some good moves. For the time being, Weber, she's better than Botes. But Botes has a better coach. We'll see. We'll check what status is in a couple of months. Okay, we're going to have to make a decision. Are we going to go g4, g5 to open up on the king side? Or is that too crazy? Okay, first I'm just going to move my rook here, because this pawn on b3 is kind of the only really problematic square for me to deal with. So first we're going to do that. And now he made the decision to go f6, which clearly tells me that he's clearly nervous about stuff. I don't know what that stuff is going to be just yet, but something he was nervous about. And now it's very tempting to look at all of these light squares. Look at this. Look at this. How can we attack these light squares? I'm honestly tempted to just take this knight and then get my queen up here. There's no bias in that statement, is there? No, not at all, Disc. Absolutely unbiased statement. Okay, I'm going to take this, because he cannot take with the c-pawn, because then I can take that one. And now we have the queen coming to d3. I'm going to double the rooks on the e-file. And his pieces are kind of stuck. And my pieces are kind of good. Yeah, Deathlocks. There's definitely a difference. But we'll see. Okay, so I can now capture this pawn at will. The question is, do I want to take it? And the answer is yes. Yes, I do. I think that would sell out Trollsar. He just gave away his rook. He thought that this check was going to be valuable, but I've got news for you, dude. it was not really that big a deal. And he resigns. That's fair, Bunkinator. Okay, let's see. How many more challenges do we have? Let's see. We have Darth Kada, Gobber, and Kramnik Student. So we'll do 3 more games today, and we'll do a stream tomorrow, a couple of hours. Will be the warm-up show for John Bartholomew. Let's start out with Darth. Yes, hi, it's sleeping. I am working with Chess24 now. I've made a tweet about it. Yeah, Pizza Racer. Everyone is streaming the Arena Kings. It's another good reason for why I should go offline, because I don't want to compete with all the other chess guys anyway. Well, this man is playing very quickly. It's almost as if I have stumbled upon a variation he knows by heart. I think this is the move they do. Oh, Z Nation, do you want to share with the chat? D takes C5. Oh yeah, we were playing the Fischer line. The Fischer variation, yeah. Knight E4, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do that. I think you're supposed to go Knight F3. Let's see if we can punish this. Do we want to do this? Let's do this one. No, Crush King. He's playing the Streamers Championship. So there's a lot of chess streamers on at the moment. Okay, let's see if the bishop can do some damage as well. Okay, let's go crazy. Let's get this man. Well, we're in a mood today. Inspired by the war cries of whatever thing is going on with my neighbors. We're just gonna go for it here. We're just gonna go crazy. Kramnik Student, no, my relationship with chess.com has ended. But I still have some unpublished videos and stuff like that. And of course, everything I did with chess.com in the past is still available. Okay, I'm starting to think I probably should move this knight at some point. But right now I'm having so much fun with it. And I'm kind of also trusting that he doesn't take my knight. Because honestly, on that move, taking my knight looked pretty good. But he's being a nice guy. Being a nice guy, not punishing my inaccuracies. How important is opening theory for a total beginner? It's not at all important, Kunisada. You just need to know some principles you can apply in all the openings. Wow, he's actually going to take my knight. What a guy. He's going to take my knight and then checkmate me on g7. What a guy. So actually, I'm going to go this rook to e8. Because then I give my king an escape square on f8. Yeah, you need to know some good rules of thumb. But opening theory itself, you don't need. So you need to know the importance of development. You need to... Oh, that's not good for me. This is very, very bad. Very, very bad. We're going to have to sacrifice an additional piece. Okay, we got to wait. We got to wait from it. Yeah, that sounds about right, Cactu. Opening's not really that big a deal. Well, I'm about to lose on time. I'll play a bit faster to avoid that scenario. What happens if he takes the knight? Honestly, we're never going to know. Probably he could have done it a couple of times. But now we're never going to know. We're just going to confuse this man a little bit. Just a little bit. Just the right amount. Let's give a check. Okay, I'm not sure which one of us is more confused, him or me. I think we're both very confused right now. Oh, that was checkmate. Well, how nice. Well, if he took my knight, it would have opened up for my rook to attack his king. So that was kind of the main justification, but I don't know if it would have been enough. There would have been some attack, but I can't guarantee that it would have been objectively enough. Oh, really, Kunisada? That sounds like a really cool thing to do. What challenges have you done in the past? Tired of losing in Arena Kings? Yeah. I had to switch platforms just to get rid of those Arena King streams, Hoffman. At least I took decisive action. So this is my recommendation in the Hammer Repertoire series, now available on Chess24. A complete chess repertoire with the white pieces, 1e4. Best in test, according to Bobby Fischer. $10K run, bridge. That two things is not really loads, Kunisada. So actually this variation is specifically mentioned in the repertoire as something you really need to know. Because now if black goes a5, we get a position after it takes on b4, takes the rook. This position is really interesting. Now he's going to take on b5, and I'm going to go knight c3. And this position is this is in the repertoire. And essentially what I say about this is that white is completely winning. This is a completely winning position for white. But it's so important to understand that it is and why it is. Because it looks as though both players have the equal amount of pieces, and that white's pawn is isolated and black's pawn can be okay. But really what's going on here is that the knight on b7 is completely out of squares. It cannot get back into the game because of this pawn on b4. The pawn on c4 is blocked. It cannot move forward because of the knight controlling the square. And now what white is going to do is white is just going to capture this pawn on c4. And there's nothing black can do about it. Now I'm just going to maneuver my pieces and take the pawn on c4. This is a winning position for white. So this is a very important middle game to know when you play the Spanish. Really both with black and with white. With black, it's important to know how problematic this is, even though it doesn't look that dangerous on first sight. And with white, you gotta know that this is the position we aim for. Heads up poker, that's fun. I tried doing that the other day. It didn't really work out for me. I challenged Botez. I went down. To be fair, she had just gotten a lesson from one of the best players, the best streamers. That's probably what went wrong for me. Target shooting swimming challenge. That's cool. Honestly, I feel like I maybe misplayed this. Because if I go bishop d1 now, he can sacrifice his rook. Oh no, it's not very good. Somehow I want to go queen b2 and then bishop e2 and knight d2. If I manage to do all of that, I have perfected my coordination of the pieces. Knight d2 coming up next. Kaza. Yeah, 3100 is looking pretty, it's not looking great. I lost a lot of rating points today, but we'll make them up some other day. Right now, I am showing how the Spanish opening can be a complete disaster for black. It seemed like it was okay, but it was not. Good strats. Good vibes all the way. The rook is actually even trapped. Feels bad, man. I'm not even sure I'm taking that rook. That's how good my position is. I'm really, really considering not taking that rook. Rosen is streaming. Maybe we'll pay him back for the raid by raiding him. Okay, I was just kidding, of course. Let's take the rook and get a new queen, and then this is why I decided to take the rook. The queen is trapped. 2 pieces trapped on a5 within 3 moves of each other. Feels bad, man. But also illustrates why white's pieces were so well placed in the first place. Are you digging the neighbor's music? It got a bit better. Got a bit better, Pizza Racer. But I wouldn't say I'm digging it just yet. Yeah, I hate sleeping. It's rough being a piece on a5 in the Spanish. Ooh, Kramnik student has probably been studying the repertoire. Honestly, I'll be happy if I just remember how to play it. I didn't check Queen G4 here, but he didn't do it, so we're fine. Trying to remember what I recommended. It's always a challenge. So I think on rook c8, I'm supposed to take. I think that's the way to go. I don't know, Pizza Racer. I would definitely say Kramnik is a d4 player. But these days, a lot of the players are playing all the openings. Because one of the key ways of winning games is by surprising your opponent. And in order to be able to do that, you need to be unpredictable. And so a lot of the top guys these days, they're playing all the different openings. Because they don't want to be predictable. Okay, so if he goes a6, I'm probably doing a4. He has doubled his rooks on the c file, but let's be honest, there's not really going to be much activity going on there, is there? Okay, let's take this bishop. And then, what's next? Gradually, we're going to push our pawns on the king's side. But we need to make a decision whether that's something that should happen immediately or if we should delay it. I'm actually going to go. We're going to go immediately. Because now, if a6, there's some potential for e5. I thought could be interesting. e5, knight c5, queen f3. Looks decent. Do I want to go knight d5 first, maybe? Knight d5 looks interesting. I'm only playing games with premium challengers, but actually the stream is done. This is my last game. We'll be raiding Eric Rosen very soon. And I'm planning to be back tomorrow. So we'll do some more games then. Yeah, he's about to get crushed. The pawn coming in on the king's side, and there's nothing he can do to defend himself. Knight on d5, too strong in combination with the queen, the rook, and the pawn. I don't think there's anything he can do. Feels bad, man. So now queen h6 is a big threat. He had to let my pawn live on f6. Also, I'm threatening knight e7. So many threats. Okay, so he allowed me to go knight e7. I'm not really sure he could prevent it anyway. And now the big question is, can I give a fancy checkmate? Because we like ending the stream with a fancy checkmate. Nothing makes me happier. And that's what we're about to do. Queen takes h7, unstoppable threat. And I'm hoping he takes on b3 to let me complete the masterpiece. That is the Sicilian Moscow variation with bishop b5 check. We have tamed the dragon. The dragon has been tamed. And we're getting the nice, sweet checkmate for the win. Sledgehammer performance, says Hobbit. Yeah, that was a nice one to finish the day. Good game, Kramnik student. We didn't want that rook. We wanted the knight involved for the final piece of the puzzle, controlling the g8 square. Was the Hammer username reserved for you? I registered very, very early, Olav. So I managed to get the Hammer username all on my own. Happy Hammer, yeah. Nothing makes a chess player happier than a queen sacrifice for checkmate. Didn't I say the hosts like their games with me? Yes. Thanks for playing, Kramnik student. Thanks for watching, Harold. I don't know when I'll be streaming tomorrow. I haven't scheduled it already. I'm guessing it's going to be about 8 p.m. because John is streaming at... I think John is streaming at 11 p.m. So maybe I'll stream at 9 or something as a warm-up to John's Banter Blitz. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll raid Eric Rosen because we're paying him back for a big raid he gave us. Now he's back with the Arena Kings tournament. And I'll be back tomorrow with some more games. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend.